What's up, guys? This is Brian here. Today, we're going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers and the upcoming NFL draft for the San Francisco 49ers. So, let's get this video started. Now, they have a lot of options that they can do with the number 2 pick overall. They can either pick the best player available, or they can either trade down and get some more picks this year in the later rounds and get some more picks next year as well for the 2018 draft. So, a lot of options for the San Francisco 49ers, and this team is still depleted roster-wise just a little bit, but at the same time, I think with free agency, they mitigated some of that concern, and I think they really did a good job in free agency getting all these veteran players, and hopefully they can all pan out well. And free agency is a very risky business, and you have to pay a lot to get players to come over to your team in this day and age now. So hopefully they all worked out, but I think it will work out some way, shape, or form, because the San Francisco 49ers, they had the most cap money in the NFL this year, so you had to spend some money on something, and if they didn't, then it would have been disappointing. And John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan went ham and just picked a lot of players this year from free agency, so that was really good to see and really good to hear. So a lot better than Trent Baalke, but although we have to give Trent Baalke some credit for getting all these cap money for the 49ers for not spending any money for the past couple of years when he was the general manager for the 49ers. So really impressive on Trent Baalke's part, I will say that. But John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, they really did a good job in free agency, in my opinion, this year. And plus, they still have a lot of cap money for this year and next year as well, so it's not like they're out of money. If it doesn't work out, then they can just use more money next year and get some more free agents, and pretty much a win-win situation, in my opinion. I was really excited when free agency happened and signing all these players, and I'm excited for the NFL draft this year, what they're going to do with the number 2 pick overall and what have you, and the rest of the draft picks from 2 to 7, so that's going to be exciting as well. In my opinion, with everything that happened, I think they should keep the number 2 pick overall. Yes, I was going to say they should trade down and get some more picks and get some more players, but at the same time, I think with free agency, I think that mitigated that option, and they don't really need to do that as much anymore. Although if they want to, and they think they can get some great value later on in the first round and what have you, and next year, I think trading now would be a great option. But I mean, with the 49ers right now, I think picking the best player available and building with him, I think that's going to be the best option for the 49ers. And I've been hearing a lot of tea leaks that they're going to be drafting a defensive player, which I think they should be drafting a defensive player, because as we all know, that offense wins you games, but defense wins championships, and I really believe in that, because I mean, you watch the Seattle Seahawks and Denver Broncos a couple years ago win the Super Bowl. They won based on defense, and it was really impressive to see what they were able to do on the defensive side of the ball for the 2013 Seahawks and the 2016 Denver Broncos. And hopefully the San Francisco 49ers, they can build a stingy defense like they had a couple years ago with Vic Fangio as the defensive coordinator. And hopefully Robert Saleh can do some work this year and the years to come. If everything works out, hopefully it's not like Jim O'Neil and be ranked last against the run and last overall in defense. And I think it will work out eventually. It's going to take some time, as always, but I think with the draft this year, with the number 2 pick overall, whoever it's going to be, I think it's going to be either Solomon Thomas or Jonathan Allen, probably. I think they could build on the defensive line first and then make everything happen, because you got to win in the trenches, and the 49ers did not win in the trenches last year. I would say that. Although DeForest Buckner had a pretty good rookie season last year, and he was vibing for rookie of the year by some people. He had a pretty good rookie season by surprise. I thought he was going to have a pretty average one, but he had a pretty good one. So hopefully they can build upon him and Armstead as well, the Oregon brothers, and we'll see what they do. So I think overall right now, they keep the number 2 pick overall, and I think that's the best choice for the San Francisco 49ers, just to pick the best player available in your board by John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. And they know more football than us, so they probably will draft maybe a surprise, maybe people that we didn't really expect. So hopefully that can work out as well. In the quarterback position as well, we have Brian Hoyer, Matt Barkley as quarterback. So if they don't draft a quarterback this year, then we're going to have to stick with those guys. And they showed a little bit of promise. Brian Hoyer has been a pretty underrated quarterback in my opinion. I think he can do some work, and this is a good system for Kyle Shanahan and him as well. So hopefully it can work out for this year. And if they draft a quarterback this year, maybe he could sit out a little bit and learn the system on the bench for a little bit, and then get to play maybe next year or middle of the season. So we'll see what they do. If they draft a quarterback this year, which I think they will in some way, shape, or form, whether it's the first pick of the draft or later on in the draft, they'll pick a quarterback some way, shape, or form. So a lot of options for the San Francisco 49ers, but I think with my guns and the San Francisco 49ers guns, I think they just keep the number 2 pick overall and just draft best player available, because they still need some help on a lot of positions, and getting the best player available is the best thing to do, in my opinion. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think the San Francisco 49ers should do with the 2nd pick overall. Should they trade up? Should they trade down? Should they keep the number 2 pick overall and draft best player available? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, do whatever you want with this video, and I'll be catching you guys up later. So you guys have a nice rest of your day. Bye, guys.